Okay, so great evening, guys. Thank you so very much for joining us again on another exciting upgrade mastery just for you. Welcome to the month of June. Yes, this is the sixth month in the year, and this is the month of June where we strongly believe that you would be helped and you will be a source of help to others. Yes, in this month of June, we strongly believe that you would receive help and also you would be a source of help to other people. So, once again, welcome to June. The first 5 months in 2026 are done and dusted. January to May, they are done and dusted. Whatever you were unable to achieve in those first 5 months, there's nothing you can do about it anymore but to look forward to the remaining 6 months in the year to see how much you can be able to wrap up because the first 5 months is gone, it's done, it's dusted, nothing can be done about it. But the remaining six months in the year, you still have some things to do that you can still achieve with yourself in line with your goals, your aspirations, and your ambition, right? Okay, that aside, how are you doing? This is the first Friday in the month of June. We're super excited to be here again, as always, to have conversations like this to inspire, to challenge, and to help you leave good behind so that you can upgrade. So, how are you doing? How is your June looking like already? What are the things that you've lined out to achieve this month of June? What are some of the targets that you have in mind that you are going to crush this month of June? I'd like you to share some of them in the comments. How's your week been, by the way? This is the first week in June. June started off on Monday, the first day of June, and this is the first week in the month of June, the first Friday, the first week. What have you been able to achieve this month of June? Has it just continued like every other time, or you are taking out time to make this different for you because the stay insanity is doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting to have a different result. So if you want to have different results, you have to change what exactly that you're doing so that perhaps your results will actually change. So, how are you doing? So, for me, the month of June kicked off pretty well, like a lot of activities to do, trainings, meetings, programs, planning. Yes, a lot of things happened in June. Um, Trying to sort out some things financially also in the month of June because a lot of things are beginning to change, right? A lot of things are changing, so you need to also make adjustments with the change, right? And for me, it has been being able to sit back and tell myself the truth and make the necessary adjustment. Like I listened to the podcast of Emmanuel, I talked about making necessary adjustments, and that's the truth. When things are not going as expected, many times you have to sit back, make necessary adjustments for the things that needs to be adjusted, right? There's no need deceiving yourself, there's no need trying to have false hope. You just need to make the necessary adjustments and move on with your life because whether you like it or not, life goes on. So that's my month of June, the first week for me, realizing some of these things and beginning to make the shift, make the switch so that things can really become even better for me and the things that I get to do, right? I get exams to write, I got invitation in this month of June. Just really amazing. Literally, just really amazing. And I'm super glad that the month is playing out like this. I can only envisage for more and trust God for more such things in the year, right? Okay, so that's me. How is your month of June kicked off like, right? How's the first week in June for you, right? I know some people are writing exams, some people are done with exams, some people are preparing for exams, some people are doing things at their workplace. How's it been for you, basically? What have you been up to? And shout out to some of our viewers here who just concluded their first degree, signing out and all of those things. Congratulations to you guys. You guys are amazing. Yeah, you're about to join the real world. Like when you're in school, it's a totally different ball game than when you leave school, than when you graduate, right? So now you're about to face some things that you really did not know about, and now the real deal begins, right? But it's a different world entirely, right, from the one in school and the one outside of school. But I hope that you guys are prepared for life after school because trust me, there's so much life after school that you need to be prepared for. Otherwise, you'll be caught by surprise. Like, and we're going to blow. Okay, so that means that let me know in the comments how your week has been, and we can talk about it, right? And if you want to send a DM, want to leave a mail, send a message via email, fine. We could always reach out and have that conversation privately, right? But if you want to leave a comment, no problem. Leave a comment. The team will get back to you and they will have conversations if you really want us to have conversations, right? Anyways, let's get into the business of the day. The last time we talked about the 5 benefits of making mistakes, right? 5 benefits of making mistakes. And I really loved how that conversation played out because people now begin to realize that it's okay to make mistakes, right? Making a mistake is not the end of the world. Making a mistake doesn't make you a bad person, right? Making a mistake doesn't mean that you may never get it right anymore, right? It just shows that you are learning, you are making progress, you are evolving, you are maturing, you are being exposed, and then you are taking responsibility because that was a very pivotal conversation we needed to have because we observed that a lot of people became very averse to mistakes. They don't want to make mistakes. They just try to avoid making mistakes. But what they don't realize that in the process of making mistakes, there's so many things that you benefit. There's so many things that you learn. There's so many things that you became accustomed to as a result of the mistake. So if you do not make those mistakes, you may never have known those things. So making a mistake was actually for your benefit, right? So we had an amazing conversation last week, which was how we ended the month of May, right? But this time we are taking that conversation a bit further. Now, we know that you've made mistakes. We know that, okay, you're sulky and you're learning from it, right? But beyond making mistakes, we felt the need to have this particular conversation we're going to be having today, right? And this conversation is quite interesting. And I really feel that we should pay attention to this particular conversation because it will really turn up a switch in our head, turn up a switch in our mind so that we begin to really see things for what they really are and begin to appreciate things even better, right? Okay, so today's conversation is quite interesting. The topic is, the gist is take care of yourself. Yes, take care of yourself. It may seem like this sounds selfish, but it's not, right? Because we live in a world where it becomes very easy to care for others and you forget to take care of yourself. Yes, I know that you would say, but you cannot give what you don't have. Yes, you can care for others to the point that you even forget to care for yourself. Because at some point, caring for others just becomes the order of the day for you. Caring for others just becomes the thing that you love to do. It just becomes second nature for you. That motherly instinct just kicks it in you, even if you're not female, right? You just want to ensure that people are okay, people are doing well, people are living their best life, they're chasing their dreams, they're doing everything for themselves. And then you look back and you're not doing anything for yourself. Solomon says something in the Songs of Solomon. He says something very striking. He says, the lands of others I have kept, but my own farmland I have not kept. Right? Which means you have taken care of others, but yourself has been neglected. You getting in? So you are taking care of others, you're ensuring they're doing well, you're ensuring they're pushing boundaries, you're ensuring that they're chasing their dreams and all of that, but yourself gets neglected. Right? Yourself gets neglected. And it's quite strange, right? When these things happen. I want to just pull out that yeah, that particular where he says that my own vineyard are not kept, right? You see that in Songs of Solomon, right? Chapter 8. So that just lets you know that you can take care for other people and neglect your own self. Yes. Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 6. I beg your pardon. Chapter 1, verse 6. It says, My mother's sons were angry with me. They made me a keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Are you getting this? Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, My mother's sons were angry with me. They made me a keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Which means you can literally be taking care of others and not take care of yourself. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So you can be taking care of others while you're not taking care of yourself. I've seen people who are willing to invest in others and not make investment in themselves. Right? I see people who are willing to give others financially and not even spend financially on themselves. Right? That's what Song of Solomon 1:6 was saying. He said, My brothers had made me to keep their vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. So today, our gist is centered around take care of yourself. Right? Take care of yourself. I know you want to take care of the world. I know you want to take care of others. But most importantly, you must take care of yourself. You know, last week, Sunday, we had a conversation on care, part 2. Right? So just in case you missed that conversation, you can go back on the channel and watch the replay of that conversation, care, C-A-R-E, part 2. Right? We did the previous parts into 2024. And then we continued in 2026, right? So I want to go watch that conversation so you understand what care is about. But on this conversation, on this gist today, we are taking it a bit further when we say, take care of yourself, right? Take care of yourself and why you should take care of yourself. Now, I'm going to share with us 3 reasons why you should take care of yourself and 2 bonus points of why you should take care of yourself. And then we'll be done, right? Because I really want you to understand this and then go make a practice of this. 3 reasons why you should take care of yourself, and then 2 bonus points on why you should take care of yourself. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So are you ready for this conversation? Are you ready for this gist? Right about now, are you ready for the gist? If you are ready for the gist, I'd like you to type in the comments, take care of yourself. So I know that you're ready, and then we can make progress on this conversation right about now. So take care of yourself, right? Type that in the comments, and then we'll hit the ball rolling, right? We'll keep the ball rolling. Okay, so 3 reasons why you should take care of yourself. And I'm going to begin with the very first reason, which is lesson number 1, nobody really cares. Yes, nobody really cares. You know, as much as this may be difficult for you to take in, you know, I would jokingly say that you should learn to swallow your pride because pride is calorie free, right? So you should learn to swallow your pride. It is calorie free, right? I can still see the apple stuck in your throat. So Adam, swallow your pride, right? Swallow your pride. It's calorie free. One of the things that will be very difficult for you to come to terms with is the fact that nobody cares. At this point, I'm going to bring down the tone of my voice so you can really understand what it is I'm saying. Nobody cares. You see, we live in a world where people are self-centered, people are selfish, right? People only care about themselves and their interest. While you are taking care of others, you must realize that nobody really cares. People are great to enjoy the benefits that come from you while you take care of them. And they are quick to move on to other things because nobody really cares. You know, sometimes some people feel like, oh, they have friends, they have associates, they have network, until they get into a mess and they realize there's only God that they have. Literally, they realize there's only God that they have. See, God will always be there for you through and through. But see, sometimes man is but man. Even the best of man is still man. You know, Peter told Jesus that I'm going to be with you, right? I'm never going to abandon your side. I'm going to be with you. In fact, when they came to arrest Jesus, Peter drew out his sword and cut off the ear of one of the servants. But the same Peter, when a little girl said, I know you with him, Peter denied. Right? Another person said, oh, I know you with him, Peter denied. And before the cock crowed twice, Peter had denied Jesus thrice. Why? Nobody really cares. And when Peter was done with that, Peter went back to fishing. This is the Peter, the rock. Peter, that upon this rock of revelation, I will build my church. Peter went back to fishing. In fact, Jesus, the resurrected Christ, came back to meet Peter fishing. And then asked Peter, do you love me more than this? Do you love me more than this? Asked Peter 3 times. See, whether you like it or not, one of the greatest shocks you get in your journey is the realization that nobody cares. You may think they do, but when push comes to shove, when life is lifing, you realize that nobody really cares. In fact, they may want to care, but they may not have the capacity to care. They may not have the bandwidth to care. So if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to be left home and dry. Are you getting this? If you don't take care of yourself, you're going to be abandoned at the end of the day. You see people who, while they were younger, they amassed wealth, they didn't plan for their future, and now they are old, they're suffering. Because the wealth they used to have when they were much younger, they no longer have it again. And perhaps, even if they had it, inflation has affected it. Because if you live in Nigeria, inflation hits really hard. ₦1 million 10 years ago, it does not have the same value today. And yet, the same 1 million naira 10 years ago doesn't have the same value today. That's how bad inflation hits. So if you were a millionaire 10 years ago, perhaps now you're not a billionaire anymore because inflation had hit your millions. So if you didn't have plans to take care of yourself, now you're going to be broke. And nobody's going to give you anything, just like the prodigal son. When he began to be in want, no one gave to him. But when he was living a righteous living, everybody was enjoying with him. Because sometimes we don't look at that part in that story. We just look at the fact that, he came back home. Look at how he spent his money. He didn't spend the money alone on himself. He spent it with people. But when he was now in want, no one gave to him. Luke 15. Why am I saying this? Nobody really cares. So this is why you must take care of yourself, because no one cares. So don't put yourself in a situation where you start to regret. No. Understand this early and settle yourself, your present and your future. Because you don't want to arrive at a future that you never prepared for. See, I know it's not something you should ever get to say when you realize what we're talking about right now. Because you would know that before you get to that future, nobody cares. And because nobody cares, you must take care of yourself. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So you must take care of yourself. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself. You know why? Because nobody really cares. People are selfish. People are self-centered. People are all about themselves. And you won't blame them. Because that's human nature by default. That's human nature by default. In Genesis 3, when the serpent spoke to Eve that, when you eat this fruit, you become like God. What did Eve say? Eve saw the fruit to be sumptuous. Eve saw the fruit as one that she desires to make her wise. See, guys, the earlier you face this truth, the better for you. Why you must take care of yourself. First reason is because nobody cares. When you're unable to do some of the things that you normally would do now, you'll be shocked how you'll be quickly abandoned and forgotten. Like you'll be abandoned and forgotten because nobody cares. Nobody cares. You see this happen a lot with Nigerian politicians, right? When they're in office, everyone's around them. The moment they leave office, they become like normal individual. Nobody cares. Why they were in power, people were glad to associate with them. Now they are out of power, they are on their own. It's human for you. And I often say this, that man is but man. Even the best of man is still man. Even the best of man. So, 3 reasons why you should take care of yourself. Number 1, nobody really cares. Now, this is the hard truth, but it's the truth. And like I often say that whenever the truth becomes a hard pill to swallow, then perhaps your windpipe is narrow. Are you getting this? So whenever the truth becomes a hard pill for you to swallow, then perhaps your windpipe is narrow. So swallow it, take in the truth. Like I said, swallow your pride. It's calorie free. So the first reason why you take care of yourself is that nobody really cares. So knowing that nobody cares helps you to try to take care of yourself. As much as you're going to be selfless, also learn to take care of self first. I'll say that again. As much as you're going to be selfless, also learn to take care of self first. Are you getting this? So that you can be able to take care of others because you are first taking care of yourself. Don't burn yourself out. Because when your fire go out, you will move to the other person who's burning. That's life for you. When your fire go out, they will move to the next person that is burning. Does this make sense? Great. So that's the first reason why you should take care of yourself, because nobody really cares. Right? Now, the second reason why you should take care of yourself is because it is your life. You know, one of the things that you need to realize is that your life doesn't come in duplicates, right? Whatever happens to you, you don't have a spare. Like this is not like a car parts where you can get a spare. Let's say your car has some fault, you have some spare parts to put to replace the faulty part, right? If your life has some fault, there is no spare anywhere. There's no spare part market for yourself, for your life. But this is why you should take care of yourself, because it is your life. And you have only one life. And they say if you live it well enough, once is enough. You know, they probably have that slogan, YOLO, you only live once, right? Because it's your life. You don't have a spare anywhere. You don't have a duplicate anywhere. You don't have an extra life anywhere. This is not a game. Yes, they say it's a game of life, but you know, in this game called life, you don't have extra life. You know, when you're playing video games, you can have extra life. As you go along in the game, you can pick some tokens and then you get extra life that when something happens to you, you can use. This life and this game called life, there is no extra life. Whatever happens to you, that's it for you. So why you should take care of yourself is because it's your life. I tell people this, that how you look at 5 is determined by nature. How you look at 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, and even 95 is determined by you. So if you don't take care of yourself, it will reflect in your life. Are you getting this? It will reflect in your life. So it is your responsibility to take care of yourself because it is your life and you only have one life. There's no spare, there's no duplicate. You only have one life. See, whatever happens to you has happened to you. Nothing can change that because it's one life. Whatever happened to you, you perhaps live with it for the rest of your life because it's your life. So why would you put yourself in a situation where you are going to be upset, angry, pissed, mad for your life? Why? It's your life. So why don't you choose peace over drama? It's your life. So taking care of yourself is coming to terms that this is my life. You know, for those of you who grew up watching Home Alone back in the day, Kevin McAllister, that family, right? Macaulay Culkin is the name of the actor, right? Those of you who grew up watching Home Alone, you know, when they left Kevin behind and when those burglars were coming to want to burgle Kevin's house, Kevin said something. He said, "This is my house. I have to defend it." Right? He says, "This is my house. I have to defend it." Now, I'm saying that to you that this is your life. You have to defend it. It's your life, and you only have one life. One. Not two, not three, not four. One. So you see why you have to take care of yourself because this is your life. It's your life. There's no duplicates, there's no spare, there's no clone. It is one life. And it is your life. You know, people may say, "Oh, you need to please people, you need to follow what people are telling you, you need to do this, you need to do this." If your, for lack of a better word, it's your freaking life. Pardon my French. It's your life. You know, there are people who, in their life, everyone have a say in their life apart from them. Everybody have a say in their life apart from them. They don't even have a say in their own life. Because they've not learned to take care of themselves. See these guys. They say in local parlance, last, everybody go dey all right. You getting this? Last, everybody go dey all right. Which means in English, everyone will be fine. Because it's their life and it's your life. Everybody will be fine with life. Everybody. So last, we go all day all right. But that would happen when you realize that you need to take care of yourself because this is your life. Whatever happens comes back to you. It's your life. It's your responsibility. You are going to give account of yourself. You know, in Matthew 25, in the parable of the talent, when the master came back, each servant who he had given talent came to give accounts of the talent that they were given, which means it's your life. You will give account for your life. You know, back in the day when they talk about judgment day, that everybody will stand before the throne of God to give account for themselves, for their life. Your parents will not give account for your life to God for you. You will not give account for another person's life for them. You only give account for your life. So whatever it is you do with your life, it's your life. You waste it, it's your life. You live right, it's your life. Whatever you do, it's your life. So this is why you must take care of yourself because it is your life. You cannot hold anybody responsible for your life. Oh, they didn't help me. Oh, they didn't do anything for me. Oh, they didn't take care of me. It's your life. Nobody owes you anything. Are you getting this? Nobody owes you anything. It's your life. So why you should take care of yourself? Number two is because it's your life. So you only have yourself to blame when you don't take care of yourself, because it is your life. It's your life. So sharing this conversation with you is because it's high time that you learn to take care of yourself. Really, it's high time. Because sometimes you feel like, oh, okay, people are going to be there, people are going to help. Yes, no doubt they will. And thank God for that. But most importantly, whether they help or they don't help, it's your life. It's your life. Sometimes I tell people that even if your parents don't take care of you, it's your life. You can't blame them. You can't hold them responsible for the outcome of your life. It's your life. It's your life. They take care of you. It's a privilege. It's not a right. But it's your life. You are responsible for the outcomes of your life. You cannot blame anyone. You cannot accuse anyone. You are totally responsible for your life. And you see, when you start to accept this truth, it becomes easy for you to take care of yourself. Last, it's your life. What you do with it is up to you. Are you getting this? What you make out of it is up to you. It's your life. The prodigal son in Luke 15 realized this late. And when he began to be in want, he was feeding with swine. No one gave to him. He realized that it was his life. He realized that the servants in my father's house have enough to eat and to spare. Perhaps he was thinking like, no matter how things get, no matter how bad things get, he will end up being a servant. He will still enjoy because of how the servants in his father's house were treated. But I didn't know that his father's house was the exception. It wasn't the norm. The father's servants were exception, not the norm. Because the servant that he became, he was feeding with swine. But long story short, it was his life. It was his life that had become nothing to write home about. It was his life that he had become a slave when he was a son. It was his life. And he realized it's time to take care of himself and go back home. See, this is one truth that you must come to terms with and settle early. It's your life. See, this is not a conventional conversation where, okay, you are just, no. We really like to give it to you as it is, not sugarcoating anything. Right? We're not sugarcoating anything. We're not trying to make you feel good. We're telling you the hard truth. Whether you accept it or not, it's your life. I'm getting this. And you see, the more you get hard truths, the more life gets easy for you. Are you getting this? The more hard truths you get, the more life gets easy for you. And like we often say that if you want to do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be easy. Is this making sense? So realizing this helps you. It's your life. So take care of yourself. You'll be hit with setbacks, you'll be hit with disappointments, you'll be hit with betrayals, but it's your life. You have to bounce back. You have to do a comeback. It's your life. So, three reasons why you should take care of yourself. Number one, nobody really cares. Number two, it's your life. And then number three, which is very critical and very vital. Number three, anything happens to you, life goes on. This is one point that will perhaps be the hardest for you to accept because you may not even be here again when it happens. I getting this? You may not even be around to witness this part three, this lesson number three. You may not be around to witness it. The first one, nobody really cares, you will witness it. The second one, it's your life, you will witness it. But see, this third one, you may not be here to witness it. If anything happens to you, perhaps you die, perhaps you get amputated, perhaps you get kidnapped, perhaps anything bad happens to you, guess what? Life goes on. Even if you die, the best they will give you is 1 minute silence, 60 seconds, and life would go on. Life has never paused because someone died. Jesus died on the cross. Life did not pause. Are you getting this? Great personalities that have walked this earth, they died. Life did not pause. Knowing this just helps you realize that you should take care of yourself because anything happens to you, life goes on. The same people who will cry at your graveside and feel like they want to jump into the grave, they will pour sand on you and they will go to their homes because life goes on. So don't kid yourself to feel like, oh, I'm the Alpha and Omega here. If I'm not around, this will not work. See, I jokingly say this that if you work in an organization, before your obituary is announced, your replacement has been hired. Okay, so apologies for the network challenges. So the point number three we're on before we went off was anything happens to you, life goes on. Yeah. It'll be hard to take in, but it's the truth. Whatever happens to you, life will go on. You see, just like the network challenge we had now, life went on. The screen was blank, probably you left. Life goes on. I think this was just a clear example, even though it was not planned, but this was just a clear example that life will go on. You perhaps move on to other channels, or probably leave YouTube, or probably just do something else because life goes on. You're getting this? So anything happens to you, life goes on. So don't take yourself too special. Don't take yourself like, oh, you are the best thing after sliced bread. You are the most important thing after ice cream. Without you, people cannot breathe. You are not oxygen. Even the person who sang How Do I Breathe with No Air, Jordan Spark, is still breathing till tomorrow. Anything happens to you, life goes on. You know, one of my cousins will always say that not only God that they say there's no one like you. Not only God that they tell there's no one like you. Life will go on. Literally, life will go on. So why you must take care of yourself is because anything happens to you, life goes on. Nobody's going to pause their life because something happened to you. They would move on. They would go on with their lives. If your life that will come to an end, their life would continue. So if you don't learn to take care of yourself, that'll be it for you. I told you, there's no duplicate. It's your life. There's no spare anywhere. You are not a clone. So if anything happens to you, life goes on. That would be like the weirdest shock you may not even be around to witness. And you may not be around to witness it. That would be the saddest reality that you'll be faced with. Life goes on. So this is why you must take care of yourself. As much as you want to take care of others, please take care of yourself. Because if anything happens to you, life goes on. It won't pause. It won't wait. At best, it is 1 minute silence for you. And that's it. So imagine everything about your life is reduced to 1 minute silence. And the 1 minute is not even 1 minute. By the time they do the first 10 seconds, it's over. It's over. In 1 minute, sometimes not even 1 minute. So your life is reduced to a few seconds if you don't take care of yourself. A few seconds. You become a byword and a parable and a phrase. That's what you become. This is why you must take care of yourself. So I've shared with you 3 reasons why you should take care of yourself. Number 1, nobody really cares. Number 2, it's your life. And number 3, anything happens to you, life goes on. These are 3 reasons why you should take care of yourself. As much as you will take care of others, as much as you will go the extra mile for others, as much as you would burn off yourself so that others can be warm, remember, 1, nobody really cares. 2, it is your life. 3, anything happens to you, life goes on. And you cannot blame anybody for any of these things. You can only blame yourself for any of these things. Now, I said I was going to share with you 2 bonus points, right? Because I feel like these are bonus points that should help you take care of yourself. And the first of the bonus point is the fact that you'll be proud of you when you take care of yourself. Yes, you will. You'll be proud of yourself that you take care of yourself. You'll be proud of you. Like it gives you a certain kind of joy and fulfillment, seeing that you are taking care of yourself. You'll be proud of you, that you are taking care of you. Something that will give you joy, pride, something that gives you that fulfillment that you take care of yourself. So you'll be proud of you, right? Knowing that your life is your responsibility and you're taking that responsibility in your own hands. You're not waiting for another. You've taken that responsibility in your own hands. So you'll be proud of you. You'll be proud of you. Very important. You'll be proud of you. You're taking care of yourself. And then the second bonus point is that you will become an inspiration to others when you take care of yourself. People can see you and be inspired because of how you take care of yourself. Recently I saw a 73-year-old woman who had an amazing, fantastic career. And I was just like, wow, somebody can really take care of themselves like this. In fact, part of the things that inspired this conversation, 73, still agile, still doing. In fact, this week I have seen a lot of 70 people. I saw a 71, I saw a 73, I saw a 77. And they were all agile, doing well. And I'm like, wow, this is possible. This is really possible. You don't have to start looking aged at 50. No. So three different 73s, three different people in their 70s today, 2 male, 1 female, and they were looking amazingly well, agile, active, still kicking. They've not packed up yet. Doing well for themselves. They've not packed up yet. Yet you see some young persons, barely 20, in their teens, and they're already feeling like the world is against them. Like, you've not even started life. You've not started. Like, you have not even started. People are looking way older than their age. I'm like, are you for real? This is how much you desire old age? When you're barely 20, you're just in your early 20s and you're looking this old? Because people are not taking care of themselves. I said this and I'll say it again. How you look at 5 is determined by nature. How you look at 25 and above is determined by you. So you become an inspiration to others when you take care of yourself. People can see what's possible. People can see that this is possible. People can be in their 70s and still be kicking life, still be agile, still be vibrant at 70. Caleb said something to Moses. He says at 80, Caleb was 80 at the time, and told Moses, at this age, my physical strength was not abated. My eyes were not dim. Give me the mountain, I will take it as I took them 40 years ago. People were packing up at 40. There are others who are still agile at 70. It depends on how you take care of yourself. So you eat right, you sleep right, you exercise right. It's part of taking care of yourself. It's part of taking care of yourself. It's part of taking care of yourself. Because you only have one life. You only have one body. You only have one. It don't make sense that your brain is still functional, but your body is dead. It don't make sense. That your brain is still active, but your body is dead. The disciples said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. No, take care of yourself. So your spirit will be willing, your flesh will be even more willing. Take care of yourself. These are the 2 bonus points I said I was going to share with us. Number 1, you'll be proud of you when you take care of yourself. You'll be proud. You'll be proud when you take care of yourself. Number 2, you'll become an inspiration to others when you take care of yourself. People look at you and they're inspired without you even saying anything. They're inspired, like, wow, all of these achievements, soundness of mind, soundness of body. You are an inspiration. Are you getting this? Is this making sense? So you must realize this, that you should take care of yourself. So guys, this is the conversation for today. Take care of yourself. I don't know why we had to share this, but I feel it's needed at this time. So we don't continue to live life the way we should not be living life. Trust me, you need to take care of yourself. You need to. You cannot continue life this way. There's so much to your life than how you're going right now. So much. So much. But if you don't stop and take care of yourself, you may look back with lots of regret. So take care of yourself. It doesn't mean you are selfish. You are selfless, but you just put self first. Yes, because as much as you want to help others, help yourself. Right? As much as you want to help others, help yourself. As much as you want to take care of others, also take care of yourself. You see, you don't have to allow yourself to keep giving, that you don't even give yourself. You're willing to go the extra mile for others. You're willing to do the work for others. You're willing to sacrifice for others. That same way, go the extra mile for yourself. That same way, sacrifice for yourself. That same way, give to yourself. You deserve the love you are giving out. I'll say that again. You deserve the love that you are giving out. You know, one of the things I always tell people when they are being kind, I say that all the love you give away will find its way back to you. But beyond that, you also deserve the love that you are giving out. You need to love yourself as much as you are loving others. You need to take care of yourself as much as you are taking care of others, because you deserve much more that you give others to yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. So don't sacrifice yourself for others and then you sacrifice nothing for yourself. If you must make sacrifices, make for yourself, because you are deserving of it. If you must go the extra mile, go the extra mile for yourself, because you are deserving of it. If you must take care of others, take care of yourself, because it's your life. It's your life. So I shared with us today 3 reasons why you should take care of yourself. And I said, number 1, nobody really cares. It's hard to believe, but it is what it is. Number 2, it is your life. Yeah, it is your life. And number 3, anything happens to you, life goes on. Life goes on. So these are 3 important and sensitive reasons why you should take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And with the 2 bonus points we shared, we said, number 1, you'll be proud of you when you take care of yourself. And then number 2, you become an inspiration to others when you take care of yourself. See, taking care of yourself actually becomes a source of inspiration to other people. So they can look at your life and say, wow, if this person could do this, if this person can achieve this, even me, I can. And like I always tell people, you are either the example or you are the bad sample. So which one do you want to be? The example or the bad sample? It comes down to taking care of yourself. Take care of yourself, right? You become the example. You don't take care of yourself, you become the bad sample. So people will look at you and say, do not become like this person. He didn't take care of himself. Look at what he became. Because I tell people there are always two examples in your life, who you want to become and who you should never become. They're always there. Two examples in your life, who you want to become and who you should never become, no matter what happens. So you are either the example or you are a bad sample. It comes down to how you take care of yourself. You can either become a Bible or you can become a byword. Depends on how you take care of yourself. So if you haven't learned anything from today's conversation, please learn this. Take care of yourself. Because you have no one to blame when you don't take care of yourself. So guys, this is where we wrap up the conversation for today. Right? Today's conversation is very personal. Today's conversation is very reflective. Right? I know you've learned from your mistakes, but most importantly, you need to learn to take care of yourself. Yeah. Take care of yourself. You deserve to be taken care of by you. I know we like other people to take care of us, but most importantly, take care of yourself. People may never take care of you as much as you will take care of yourself. That's the truth. That is the truth. It's hard to swallow, but that's the truth. People may never take care of you as much as you will take care of yourself. So take care of yourself. It's your life. It's yourself. Take care of yourself. So guys, this is the conversation for today. Do well to like, subscribe, share, right? Share this with your friends, your families, your loved ones, and even your enemies. Share with them. Because sharing is scary. Sharing actually is showing that you're taking care of yourself. Let them know that, yes, I'm taking care of myself. Right? I'm not wicked. I'm not selfish. I'm just taking care of myself first. That's what it is. And nobody will blame you for taking care of yourself. Nobody. Nobody will blame you for taking care of yourself. In fact, they will blame you for not taking care of yourself. They will blame you for not taking care of yourself, but they won't blame you for taking care of yourself. Yeah, I tried. Yeah, you tried. But they'll blame you for not taking care of yourself. I say, I beg you, you could have, but you didn't. May that not be your story. So, guys, thank you so very much for joining us again. Again, welcome to the month of June, the month where you receive help and you also be a source of help to others. So I'm super excited for this conversation. Please do well to leave your comments, do well to like, to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of our conversations. And like we always say, there's always more on the upgrade side of life. And that's why we encourage you that you leave good behind so that you can upgrade. And what better way for you to upgrade than to take care of yourself? Until I come again your way another Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Remember, there's always more on the upgrade side of life. So we encourage you that you leave good behind so that you can upgrade. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.